Hello everyone. In this video, we're picking out and sharing the latest topics about Asia. From one of the most famous Reddit-style forums in Japan. Even if you don't understand Japanese, we've translated everything into English subtitles and audio. So you can join the conversation as if you were in Japan. So, let's dive into the discussions happening in Japan. A Chinese woman in her 30s who made headlines about 2 years ago for posting on social media that she had bought an island in Okinawa, has announced she'll be visiting the island this summer. She plans to organize a company trip for her employees in July or August. The island in question is an uninhabited one, located in northern Okinawa Prefecture. A Chinese-owned consulting firm headquartered in Tokyo reportedly owns about 50% of the 740,000 square meters of the island.
The Japanese person who sold it to a Chinese buyer is at fault. The Okinawa government is to blame for not managing it. Wasn't it resold at some point? And just like that, we've got a Chinese territory in Japan. I heard in China all property and resources ultimately belong to the Communist Party. Chinese people should take care of their own country's nature first. So if they buy a similar island in the Ogasawara Islands, will China have a pathway into the Pacific? Plant a Chinese flag and mission accomplished. If they ban anyone except Chinese people, it'll de facto become Chinese territory. They'll probably pour concrete all over and turn it into a military base. Land sales are fine as long as property taxes are increased. We can reclaim it that way. In a few decades, it'll be impossible to contact the owners. We should just ban these sales. Don't expect to reach foreign heirs. Chinese buyers seem to love land in Kyushu. Thinking about selling some myself. Owning land doesn't mean you automatically get water, rights or development permits. It's not a big deal. Chinese people should buy land in their own country. Turn it into a bombing range for the JSDF and US military. They only own 50%, so we could use the rest for JSDF drills. To balance things out, what's the problem if they're following the rules? If a Japanese person bought land in China, they'd get arrested as a spy. Japan should do the same. This is going to be a drone base. Hanoko and Kadena are within range. They could build underground, and we wouldn't even know. You guys should be alarmed anytime a Chinese person says they want to preserve nature. Just make laws like the US that restrict land purchases by Chinese nationals. If a Chinese person says they want to preserve their country's nature, that's one thing. But why specifically Okinawa? This Chinese buyer is putting on a brave face, but probably realized they were scammed by the Japanese seller and gave up on development. Let Chinese buyers purchase as much Okinawan land as they want. Then just make an ordinance banning access to the area for some safety reason. I'm in real estate, and I've been concerned about foreigners buying up land for over 20 years. It's crazy they can buy without any restrictions. Soon enough, Chinese people will flood in, form a village, and demand autonomy. It's inevitable. Local governments probably just want anyone, even Chinese, to move in, buy land, and pay property taxes. It's like Trump trying to buy Greenland. Japan is being sold off to China. They're probably just going to use it as a dumping ground for industrial waste. This island is so remote there's not even a ferry to get there. Local fishermen could just refuse to run boats to it. It's literally a barren, uninhabited island with no electricity or water. Apparently, Japanese seaweed farmers already own the coastline, and the Chinese buyer was only sold the inland area. They fell for a land scam. Actually, having wealthy individuals own it, rather than big corporations or the public, might better preserve the environment in some cases.
Did you find this video interesting? We'll keep bringing you fun topics from Japan's online community. Please subscribe to the channel and drop some comments.